Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Smart Ball, or I should say Jerry Ball. That's what I've been calling this game, right? Jerry Ball, which is a combination of Smart Ball and Jerry Boy, just to account for both titles of the game. Jerry Boy, of course, being the Japanese title, and Smart Ball being the US title, and I probably shouldn't even be saying those things, because I should be getting on to this gameplay, right? So in the last part, we defeated a flock of angry birds and finished World 2, so now we are ready to move on to World 3. Now, World 3 is a very awesome world. I really love it, mostly because of the music. The awesome music of this game basically begins at World 3, so prepare to be amazed. Okay, so this world is a desert world, and listen to this. Isn't this music awesome? This music is just perfect for a desert. I'm gonna let you listen to this for a while. But yeah, this is this awesome music. So here we have sand, as you would kind of expect in a desert, and there were those beetles appearing out of quicksand. I think in some places if you fall into quicksand you could actually fall into a bottomless pit and get a game over, but this part here is a really annoying part of this level. There are these cacti that you have to jump over on a slanted slope. That is a really hard part to get past. I can't tell you how many times I got hurt while trying to go through that. In fact, I was really surprised that I was able to go through it that one time without getting hurt, because usually I do get hurt in that one part, and apparently there is no way to proceed into that area where the fireballs are, but oh my gosh, I got past the part where I had to jump across the cacti. That is really awesome, and we have clouds that we get to walk on. Yes, this game has weird physics, doesn't it? And yay, jump. This game has really weird physics. We have clouds that we can actually jump on, and just above a desert, where you would think that deserts have mostly clear skies. But here's a life, which for some reason we have to get rid of the jump in order to get the life. I don't like that at all. How you cannot pick up items when you're holding something. And a fireball just killed itself, and I killed myself! Oh my gosh, that is not cool. Then I have to start back here? Oh great, that means I have to do the annoying cacti jump thing again. Let's see if I can do this right this time. Okay, I got hit once, and you see, what did I tell you? I told you this part was hard, because I just got killed twice by trying to jump across these stupid cacti. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay, so far so good. I gotta be more careful this time when doing that. I have to, in order to get past this part, you basically have to wait until all the cacti are fully down. Of course, if you have jump, then it could just jump up to the clouds from here, but since I don't have the jump, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I didn't get hurt in that time, but that's only because I was really careful. That cacti jump is like the most annoying part of this level. I really hate it. But that's over, and we don't get another jump because items disappear after we come back to a level, even if we die. But let's hope that I can get across this platform this time without even dying. And oh my gosh, that was close. That was really close. I hate narrow platform jumping. I'll complain about that a lot. And oh my gosh, I almost died. Oh my gosh, I completely saved myself there. But yay. Now, I think there's a secret area up over here somewhere. I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm not finding it, so I'm not going to worry about it. But this room has this, oh my gosh, it's a worm! But do not kill this thing. This worm is very essential for crossing this gap that's over here. That's this gap right here. Below me is quicksand, and it will kill you if you try to fall into it. Actually, it's not quicksand, it's lava. And it basically will kill you if you try to go across it. I guess it is possible to make that gap if you have jump, but if you don't have jump, there's no way you can cross there without riding the worm. You see those two fireballs over there? I actually there's something funny about those fireballs, and great, I died. I died by bumping into rocks. That is like the stupidest way ever to die. I'm gonna fast forward this part just because it's... What? Did I just kill myself somehow? Oh yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. This worm, at the very end of the ride, it goes into quicksand, and I guess if you stay with the worm, you'll fall into the quicksand, and it ends in a bottomless pit in which you will die, and of course I don't get my iron back. But the interesting thing about the fireballs is that you have pink fireballs and red fireballs, and when they come together, they create a great orgasmic fiery burst, and they vanish. So it's like they have sex and then they die. Those are strange lines of fireballs there, and yay, I killed 2 boulders in one shot. Or I shouldn't say boulders, I should say rocks, right? So here we have some red mice on some clouds. This is not quite the scene you expect to find in the desert. Although, mice do appear in some deserts, like kangaroo rats, for example, are some of the most common rodents in deserts. But here we have a life, which we can pick up, actually, because we don't have the jump ability. Now, this area right here is another hard part to get through. You have these cacti and these tunnels you have to get through. But if you emerge from a tunnel when one of the cactuses is fully up, like I just did, then you just get hurt. I've died a couple of times on that part, too, so that's kind of annoying. This part is a little bit annoying with screwing you over by bumping into cacti, but other than that, it's not bad. And look, we're at the end of level 3A already, so that's really nice. Yay! And Oasis was totally misspelled there. Oasis, that Oasis sign had a Y on it, and Oasis, the proper spelling of Oasis is with an I. Although I think in some regions they actually do spell it with a Y, and there's a sunburned guy on the roof. I don't know about sunburned, but he is really tan, so maybe he's about to get a sunburn if he's not careful. And apparently we can't talk to him. Let's just go inside this house, and what does this lady have to say? Where is my son? There he is! Right there! On the roof! And I can't even talk to him! Apparently. I'll just leave him be there, and I seriously thought I fell in water for a second, but this is a desert. There is no water, right? There is an angel village something. Oh yes, the angel village. There is an angel village above the clouds. Is that true? See what this girl has to say about it. If I could fly, I could find out. But yes, an angel village. There is an angel village somewhere later on that we will encounter, and it is a very awesome location. That's like my favorite location in this entire game, and you'll totally see why once we get there. So that guy's mentioning a rocket in the middle of the desert. Let me guess, it was designed by Team Rocket, right? Okay, that was lame. That was really lame. Of course it wasn't designed by Team Rocket, because this is not a Pokemon game. Although this game was made by... Did the camel just talk? The camel talked. Okay, now this old man right here says that he's meeting us again, but to tell you the truth, I never even met him before, so I don't know why he's saying we met again, because it's the first time we ever met. But that old guy will basically give you a 1-up every time you talk to him, so that's really nice. So after going through that, let's start level 3B. And this takes place in the desert at night. A total Arabian Night sort of reference. Now this quicksand right here, you gotta be really careful. You have to do a lot of B button mashing in order to jump enough, otherwise it'll drop you to another level down there, and to tell you the truth, I don't want to tell you what's down there. The desert underworld is a very frightening place, and words cannot even grasp how frightening that place is, so don't ever go down there. Instead, if you possibly can, press the B button for your life, and just run for your life and hope that you don't fall into that quicksand if you ever play this game. And yay, I used the jump to jump right up to the ceiling. And of course, this thing has a moving pillar that you have to avoid by sticking to a wall on the side, and I'm playing too fast to even comment on. I'm doing post-commentary because I had to mesh together bits of Jerry Boy with bits of Smart Ball, as I explained in part 2. I think it was part 2 at least. But that cacti jumping place was more mild than the one in 3A. I think overall this level could be potentially easier than 3A, but if you're not careful, you could do a lot of backtracking, and the power-up that I just got is an H-up, and that'll basically increase your maximum hit points, but apparently I didn't know that I could pick that up while still having an item. So I just got rid of the jump for no reason at all, which is really sad because I wanted to keep the jump, and you'll see why I say that really soon. And this is the part I was talking about. This part is kind of a pain to get through if you don't have jump, because there are these fireballs that you have to kill. You could just leave these fireballs alone if you have jump, because you could just jump to this cloud that's right above me. But you can't do that without jump, so I had to destroy these fireballs and watch out for them at all. But yay, at least I got a 1-up, so that's really nice. And I'm going to climb down this wall really quickly, just in case I fall into a pit I can't get out of. Now I think, again, there's another point where you do not want to know what's on the bottom of that pit. I've heard of people getting stuck at the bottom of that pit. But this room right here is another room you have to be really careful of in World 3D. There are 2 doors here. Now don't let that R tempt you. You do not want to go into that door, because it'll take you all the way back to the beginning of the level. Well, I don't know about the beginning, but it'll definitely take you to a place where you have to backtrack. So instead you want to go into the right door, and if you get into a room with these wall climbers and all these black-nosed pigs, then you're in the right place. So you do not want to know what's in the door to the left, and it's probably just a way back. But instead, I knew about this, so we were just able to get the Y, and I think the room that I was at over there is actually where the boss is. This is a pretty short level if you know what you're doing, and you don't backtrack by going into that door on the left from where all those wall climbers are. And now I'm just trying to collect a bunch of balls, so I'm using my magical fast-forward button to have the ball flower open more quickly, because usually you just have to wait for it. I don't even know a lot of the names of these enemies, so I just called those green eyeball things wall climbers because they stick to the wall and all. But this boss is actually a really interesting boss, and it's given a lot of people some trouble because it moves around a lot and shoots lasers and all. But this thing has a really predictable attack pattern. Basically, it walks along, and the best way to avoid these lasers is just to stick close to his feet, like I'm doing right now. And I stupidly hit myself while I shot a ball at him. So now he's going to fly around in the air and shoot lasers, and this is pretty easy to avoid, except for some reason I got hit there. I don't know why I did that. So after he shoots lasers, he's going to fly along the ground, and here I duck after him, and if you time it just right, then he can hit him at the same time. And after he does that, he's going to pause on this screen, and this is a perfect opportunity to sneak a shot at him. And now he's going to reform himself and repeat the pattern all over again. So a very predictable attack pattern. If you know what you're doing, this guy is really easy to defeat. And I think I hit him like 3 times, so I think one more hit to defeat him. And yeah, I did! And he turned into a jellyfish sort of alien thingy in a bubble. That was weird. So let's see what's over here. Oh my gosh, there's the rocket that guy in the town was telling me about. Looks like Team Rocket's busting off the gate and landing on the moon. Yeah, great physics there. Yeah. But, you know what this means? This means that what we were going to do next is explore the moon. We landed on the moon, so in World 4 is basically going to be the moon. And the moon is a very awesome level. It's like my favorite world in the entire game. And you will see why I say that in Part 4, which is the video that's right after this. The music is awesome, the enemies are awesome, the level design is awesome, it has a pretty annoying boss at the end, and the boss at the end of World 4 is actually, in my opinion, the most difficult boss in the game, and you'll see why I say that once we get to that boss. But World 4 is a very, very awesome world. It's my favorite world in the entire game, so now that we're done with Part 3, stay tuned for this awesome Part 4 I keep talking about.